Tracey Tozier, and I am a clinical social worker, and I'm a COPA certified education advocate. So I've worked in many different settings as a psychiatric social worker and clinical social worker, but I love what I do as a special education advocate.
That's awesome.
I've lived in 9 different states in the US and 3 different countries. I've lived in Australia. My son was born in Australia. And then we lived in Belgium and Switzerland as well. Mm-hmm. And we got to travel all over Europe while we lived in Belgium. Mm-hmm. And I've recently started losing weight, and I just wanted to see myself differently. I've felt bad about myself for so long that the opportunity to see myself in a different way and actually feel good and feel proud of who I am and just own it. This seemed like a great opportunity. A confident woman is a woman who knows who she is, and she's comfortable in her skin, she can walk in her power and be who she is without constantly second guessing herself. I went through a lot in my childhood, and it's taken many years to really grow into the confident woman that I am today. Mm-hmm. Probably helping my son get to the point where he can go to college by himself. He has autism and a number of learning disabilities and organizational problems, but through a lot of work and a lot of advocacy, he's going to college this fall, and I'm very proud of that.
In life, what is it?
Not to be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of times as women, we feel like the world is on our shoulders. We have to know it all, do it all, be it all, and we don't. It's okay to ask for help.
Yes, I agree. It doesn't show weakness, it's opposite, kind of shows the strength, right?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like a lot of time when we're afraid to ask for help, we're afraid to be burdened for someone, but there's a lot of people who want to help.
Right? Absolutely. And I know I feel good when I help other people. Yes. So I always think if I'm hesitating to ask for help, hey, if I ask for help in this situation, I give someone else the chance to feel good about themselves.
Yes. And the
book is very loosely based on a tiny little part of my journey with my own son, Ben. And the book is called Benny Speaks Up. And it's about teaching young children, even in elementary school, how to appropriately advocate for themselves with teachers and administrators and, people who might be intimidating to an elementary school kid. Mm-hmm. But they can find that courage and those words within themselves with maybe a little coaching from mom to make sure that their rights aren't being trampled all over at school. Ben was diagnosed with autism in Belgium by a multidisciplinary team. They said, your child has autism. And I said, okay, I figured as much. Now what? What do I do? And they looked at each other like deer in the headlights. And one doctor finally looked at me and said, Google it. And I promised myself at that moment that I would do everything in my power so that no other mom would get a diagnosis for their child and be told, Google it.
Oh my goodness.
As the answer to what to do next. I really could help in any state that was willing to, have me come as an advocate via Zoom or video conference. I would just have to, I'm mostly working with parents on behalf of the child. So I'm going to the individual education program meetings. I'm sorry, my voice is like hoarse right now. And I'm going to the 504 meetings, and I'm recommending, maybe more evaluations, or, I talk to the parents about what they want for their child. And then I go into the school meetings with the purpose of helping the parents to get what they believe that their child needs. So the first thing I would advise would be to be kind to yourself and give yourself a break. You don't have to be Superwoman. You don't have to do everything all at once. You can have it all, but not all at the same time. And it's okay to feel your feelings and give yourself time to feel whatever it is that you feel. And then you can go make dinner or whatever you need. Afraid to ask for help when you need it. Asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. And I think that a lot of times as women, we feel like the world is on our shoulders. We have to know it all, do it all, be it all. And we don't. It's okay to ask for help.
Yes.
This was a fantastic experience. I've never felt like I was particularly photogenic. I have rarely been confident about my body image. And I wasn't sure coming in today, even with all the pictures that you took, like 532 pictures or something, I wasn't sure I was going to like any of them. And it turned out to be difficult to narrow down the ones I liked best. So that was a completely mind-blowing experience for me. And you were so kind and so great as a photographer, knowing what I was insecure about and helping me to hide the double chin or, turn a different way so that my stomach didn't look as big. And I think that sensitivity that you showed really helped. And then the makeup artist and the stylist that you referred me to were just fabulous.
They're
awesome. Your editing, brings out the beauty in your photos and in your subjects. And I just think that's awesome.